person or to a coffee connoisseur.
Connoisseur nut. Okay.
Not that bad in the fact that it's edible.
Connoisseur.
I know what I am.
Okay.
I literally rolled my eyes as soon as you said that. I can't wait for you to graduate, man.
Oh man.
This may or may not work. Check. Are we live or did we crash out already?
You want us to check? We are live.
Huzzah. All right. So I had this barrel we were working on. Oh, I didn't get to finish it.
He actually count Patterson.
For like a minute. You're fine. Hey, do me a favor, Connor. Shut up. All right. So I've got the high poly barrel, and then I've got this low poly barrel here, which we kind of started from. Let me just hide the high so we can see. Like, low poly be low. It's kind of okay. I mean, it's better than we had back in the day. All right. So with both open, the flow is first. I need on the barrel low. I need to add a material. So I'm just going to do that. Create a new material. Low poly barrel, something along those lines. And we can do this here, but I'm going to do it in the shading window. So we need a slot for a normal map. So I'm going to, oh, where's my stuff? Here we go in. I hate that. So I've got to turn on screencast keys for each tab up here, which is fun. So Shift A, and we'll look for normal. I want the normal map. So normal to normal, almost intuitive. I'll pull that over, and then I'm going to Shift A again for searching, and I just want an image texture. And the color is going to go into the color. And then I'm just going to make a new image. Call it barrel normal. And then we can math in here. So I'm going to go ×2 to make this a 2K map. And that looks good. So, all right, so I'm going to make that new image. And then the last thing I'm going to do is change this color space here to non-color. And now that's all set up. And what's cool with this is we've got in the shader tab, we've got this layout now that shows the image that we've got selected. So here's barrel normal. It's just an empty blank image right now. Yeah, look at that, man. It's amazing. No light bleeding at all. All right. Go ahead and hit Control S while you're thinking of it. I'm going to go back to layout. And then the magic is really in the rendering tab over here. So we have to be in cycles. I'm going to select the low poly, scroll down here to bake. I want to just bake the normals. You can bake it all at once. I haven't done that. Sounds cool. We'll try it some other time. I'm just going to bake the normal. So bake type. I'm going to keep it at tangent space. And then what we're doing is selected to active. So I'm going to check that guy. We're going to image texture. And see what else I need. Clear image is nice because we might have to bake this a few times. So I'm going to leave that on. Oh, there it is. I need to open that up. And then the other thing that we probably want to mess with is the extrusion here, right? So, and we may bake this a few times to get it right. So my high poly barrel sticks out a little bit from my low poly, just a bit, not a whole lot. If you wanted to get really crazy, you could use this ruler guy and like measure. Yeah, it's like millimeters that it's sticking out. So I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to, I don't know, I'm going to set it at like 0.1. So that's just how far out it's going to look. I don't know if that counts for in as well. I think it does. All right, so that's set up. But what we've got checked here is selected to active. So I started with the barrel low, and I'm going to shift click the barrel high. And near as I can tell, the yellower is active.
Mm-hmm.
And the orange is selected. So we want to go from selected to active. So starting at low and then shift clicking high. There's a plugin that makes this a little easier, but I wanted to show just the bare minimum here. So, all right, so we're set up. Shit, save it again just in case. And I'm just gonna hit bake. And I always get this when I'm doing it this way. That's the circular dependency, and now it says baking saved. But that's just inside our blend file. So we haven't actually saved the PNG yet. We can come over here to shading again, and here's my normal map with all that jazz going on. And to save it, assuming we like it, over here, I'm just gonna hit these, I don't know, 3 lines, image, save as. I'll plop that in my textures folder, and I've already got one called barrel normal from another try, but whatever. We'll just call this barrel normal too. But make sure you save it, or yeah, the image kind of exists somewhere within the Blender scene file, the .blend, but we don't have access to it until we save it. And it's easy. It seems like it's prone to be overwritten if it's just inside the blend file.
And I think if you close Blender, it also just loses it.
Yeah. Well, I know for texture painting, we've seen that. If you don't save off those images when you're texture painting, then it'll lose it. So I don't know if I didn't save it, I don't know if it'd be here if I came back. I'm gonna go ahead and save the image. And then back here at layout, we can just see our goodness in action. So I was on solid. I'm gonna go to that, and I'm gonna hide my high. This is my low poly barrel. All right, I hit tab. Hello. Yeah, like kind of did some cool stuff. I'm gonna show you some even crazier stuff. So that's the barrel. It's kind of good. No, it's freaking out a little bit.
It's because I turned on cycles to see it.
Oh, I'd forgotten even that I put the OCD
Yeah.
on the barrel, so I've got some edge wear here on the top, and that got baked into the normal. I don't know what that is.
It looks cool. Looks like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be there.
Oh, I think so it's going in and it's applying all of my modifiers.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah, so I didn't even have it turned on.
Because it bakes your render.
It bakes everything. Yeah, that's why the cycles is needed. So I had OCD. It wasn't even showing the viewport, but it baked that. My subdivision was baked, which is why that top part looked all funky. So it went through and because they were on for the rendering for the picture here, the camera versus the screen. It's like, all right, and so it's all baked. Guess what else normal baking can do? I thought this was really cool. If I have created a normal map for my high poly stuff somewhere else, that will propagate.
Mm-hmm.
So the normal from my high poly will get baked into the normal for the low.
If
So-
you put a texture with all sorts of stuff on there, would it have made it normal for that texture as well?
If there was a normal map, if it was just a flat color, no. But
It'll pull your height map and it'll pull your normal map.
But you still have to make your normal outside of Blender.
Mhm.
well, but I mean, assuming so that's why I had to go to Photopea last night.
That's
I just had a wood grain. Here, I'll just show you. I had a wood grain and I wanted a normal map for it to see if I could do this, and it did. Don't save. We'll just come back later. All right.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing your tool either, because mine's sketchy, so.
All right. So this guy, I took the old DET crate. OCD. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at that. Look at that. So,
I've had it sitting in my cart for like a day now.
I baked it in. Okay. Yeah. I applied it so I could play with the stuff. So OCD, when you do it, I'll just add it here really quick. We'll squirrel. We got time. So with this selected, with make damage, we'll just do it again. So it's got this setting in here for an inside material. Well, I didn't want this material, so I just got a different wood grain that was kind of similar flaking out of Photoshop, and then I had to do the normal in Photopea. And darkened it. No, I lightened it a little bit, and I set that as the inside material. And then I had to do some goofiness with the UV mapping, but I think it turned out kind of cool.
Did you try the software that Sean's not?
No, I found it. I found the website Tuesday, and then Tuesday evening and yesterday the website was not working.
Okay.
So no, I haven't tried Ministry of Flat yet, but I'm going to check it out. I'm getting to where I'm getting familiar enough with UV unwrapping that I like to do it manually. I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I know what I want. But we'll look at Ministry of Flat, and we'll also look at some more UV unwrapping. So anyway, this has got detail, and it's got normal maps for both of them. And I should have just a cube in here somewhere. Here we go. All right, I'm going to take this cube, and just so I don't have to mess with the scale any, I'm just going to, in edit mode, I'm going to move the faces to where they need to go. This is another time where I love snapping. So I'll turn on my snapping to vertex. Pull that guy here. Now this one I set up, but I haven't tried the bake yet, but I'm fairly confident. Famous last words.
The only thing I've noticed when doing stuff with baking textures is that if you have a metalness map, it will mess with your color if you bake that.
Okay.
So you have to turn off metalness to bake color.
All right, so this is at 0, 0 on the rotation, 1 on the scale. Everything looks good. They've got the same point of origin. Let's look at this though. Check this out. So UV editing. I was super worried that they would have to match. They don't. Your UVs don't. Like this is just the box UV from my low poly, and then let's see if I can even access the high poly one in here somewhere.
The thing that's super useful about this is you can bake from one UV map on the same object to another UV map.
So yeah, so here's the UV.
Super helpful for getting into games.
That's the UV for my crate. Does not match. Well, so I've got two materials.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got the scuffed stuff that OCD got for me, and then the others. Anyway, so the UVs don't have to match, which is awesome. All right, we'll try this again. That's just cube. Give him a good name. And then the same thing. And then I'll show you another, we'll do it 3 times, and then I'll show you the fun stuff. So we need a material for this guy. It's got something. Give it a name. Shading. Normal map. And then flipping back and forth between tabs, I lost the screencast keys. Love it. Same flow. Create a new. I think I actually have a 2K on this one, so make sure the normal's the same. All right. I keep coming up here for layout and going all the way to file. All right. That's good. We got that. Make sure, yes, we're already in cycles. First grab the low, shift grab the high poly, and we'll come down to bake. My understanding is this is super common. Like most studios will not render and or ship their highest poly stuff. They're trying to save your PS5 a little bit. I selected active. I've got the cage clear. Yeah, everything looks good.
A lot of it is it's easy just to sculpt damage in and then just take it.
Yeah. Go high poly and start sculpting. And I actually did that up here a little bit. I didn't even go high poly. Up on the top, I just like beveled an edge and kind of dented it in before I used OCD just to add a little more damage. But all right, selected to active. I think we've got everything set up. Extrusion, normal, just hit bake. Baking texture, it's going to take a little bit longer. Boom, not that much longer. All right, and it says it's saved. There it be. I was cheap on my normal for this, so my logos are coming through. Let me hide the high poly here. There's my cube. Bake the what? Yeah, you should be able to actually, we can try that. Because that was literally just the normal. Check that out. That's one face. This is insane. It's black magic, I tell you. All right, let's try that. So I'm gonna unhide this. And let me just make sure I'm set up over here on shading. So I need a image texture for my base color. Same deal. Create color, 2048 saved, that's nice. We want to keep the color space. Everything else looks, I think that's going to work. Haven't tried this before, so here we go, experimenting. So I gave it color, but then no color. We get that. Super nice. All right. Grab create low, shift click the high one, and let me see. I guess just combined.
Combined might override your normal.
That's fine. I don't care if it overrides it. And then diffuse, glossy, transmission, and we'll just try it all. Let's see what happens. Every time you say to yourself, let's see what happens, save your file.
Yeah.
Control S, yeah.
One situation I've been with, not a good idea.
No, wait a minute, what? No active and selected for which?
I think you're not missing you're not the image. You haven't selected the texture, the image texture in the shading code. It made me actually highlight those.
Yeah. So create color. All right. So that's super ugly. I love it. Okay. We'll try that one. Then why do I have to have them both anyway? Back to layout. Back to saving. Create low. Shift click high, bake. Okay. It's only crying about circular dependencies. I need a Blender branded Easy Bake Oven. Huh. Might be getting some color there. Some of the color came through.
Is there a metalness or a roughness on
That's kind of cool.
Since you baked the lime, did the,
the? Oh yeah,
did
it's the
the
lighting.
undercrate block the?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, this is only what was sticking out.
Mm-hmm. It's a yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah.
That's actually crazy. It bakes the lighting in the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Friggin' wild. What a world. All right, let's try this one more time. Which part where?
Under combined, it might be.
No.
There's a way to do this if you go to tell us.
Up the extrusion. That's way too much, but we'll do it anyway. Again, clear image. I love that. So I can just try it again. All I changed was the extrusion. I can turn off the lighting. I can turn off transmission. I don't.
I think it might just be turning off the lighting.
Yeah.
Making
Just the colors. Oh, actually everything else just turned off when I turned that off. All right, so I'll turn off the lighting. Actually, I'm just going to set this back to where it was, and we'll just, that we're not changing a bunch of things at once and not knowing which one worked. So we just turned off the lighting.
It's for you on time. You have to make this solid. Or just to be
Okay. It's just indirect.
under bake type, it'll have to be just the
Okay, so the combined, we've got the normal. The normal looks nice, so we'll just do the diffuse for now. We want the color. We don't necessarily want the lighting. Everything else looks good. We hope. Wild. So that's a good way to combine your other stuff too. I had two materials on here and it just baked it into one map.
You can actually do this on just one object. You can bake from one UV map to another.
Yeah.
Which is super helpful.
Very nice. Dadgum. Okay, so that worked out. I'll show you the last one, and then I'll just turn you loose to work on yours. But man, that was cool. I'm happy. Heck yeah, I'm going to save this. So we'll call this crate test id. And then we still got the setup if we needed to do it again. Oh, nice. Very nice. Save two modified images because I didn't save the color one. Yes, thank you. Please. What? Oh, it's saved. It just won't need to open. Okay, here we go. So I've got this other object. Again, it's got a texture and a normal map already on it. Very, very fine detail on the normal map. And this is when I discovered I didn't have to have the same UVs. So I made this guy. What is he? All of 12 faces versus my high poly one, which is 794. Still kind of low. Actually, I wanna show something that I forget exists half the time, so I'm gonna delete or hide this. We'll do a new cube and show you how I did that. Should be a simple thing, but I always forget it, so I'm assuming everyone else does too. Set the initial size down. I'm gonna do the same thing and move the faces into place. Trying to grab a vertex as far out as I can.